Today we celebrate another great saint, Saint Catherine of Siena, okay, who lived in the 14th century. One thing common about these saints is that they have this intimacy with the Lord. Okay? Because of this intimacy of the Lord, they grew in their sanctity. It's not the other way around. It's that sanctity because they have holiness, that's why they became intimate with the Lord. No, it's because of their intimacy that they grew in their holiness, in their sanctity. And because of that also, they were very fruitful in their ministry, performed a lot of miracles and brought so many people to the Lord. Today, we saw in our gospel today, Jesus performing the multiplication of the bread, right? And fed 5,000 people. And Jesus said in John chapter 14, says, "Very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the things I have been doing. And they will do even greater things than these." I'll just share with you what happened with St. Catherine Siena, with a miracle that was performed through her. So during that time in Siena, there was a great famine. And she was living with a lady, a companion lady called Alicia, okay? And because of the famine, they couldn't buy good wheat. They could only buy old wheat that had been kept in store and gone moldy, okay? So because during that time, it was impossible to find any of the good sort, no matter how much you were prepared to pay, okay? Now, I'm reading this from the Life of St. Catherine of Siena by Blessed Raymond of Capua. Now, during harvest time, you have good wheat available. So this Alicia said, because they already good wheat, she's going to use the good wheat and throw out the bad wheat. Now, St. Catherine heard about this and told her, "You want to throw away what the Lord has given us for our human food? If you won't eat it yourself, at least give it to the poor." They haven't even that. But this Alicia replied that it would be on her conscience if she gave sour bread to the poor. And said she would rather give them a good supply of bread made from the good wheat. So Catherine said, "Get the water ready and bring me the flour you're thinking of throwing away, because I would like to make some bread for the poor of Jesus Christ myself." And she suited the action to the word, okay? So what she did, she mixed a bit of moldy flour with water. Then she went on to make the loaves. And she produced so many at such high speed that Alicia, her companion, were standing there watching, were absolutely amazed. What happened there is that the number of loaves that Catherine, with her virginal hands, presented to Alicia to put on the trays could not have been made with 4 or 5 times as much flour as she had used. Nor did they smell sour as the others had done that had been made with the same flour. So they sent the flour to the bakehouse, and as soon as they were baked, were sent back into Alicia's house. At the virgin's request, they were served at table, and the people at dinner found nothing wrong with them. In fact, they remarked that they had never before eaten such sweet bread. Okay? So when Catherine ordered the bread to be generously distributed among the poor, the bin remained almost full. The Lord performed 3 miracles, not just one, 3 miracles with this bread through his bride. First, he took the moldiness and sour smell away from the flour, then increased the amount of dough, and finally multiplied the number of loaves in the bin, so that, as we have said, although the loaves kept on being given away for several weeks, they never seemed to come to an end. So her spiritual director asked her what happened. So this is what St. Catherine said: "I was seized with the desire to show that nothing that the Lord has given us should be despised. And I was also prompted by compassion for the poor. I therefore went enthusiastically to the flower box, but suddenly found my most sweet lady, Mary, in front of me, the Blessed Virgin Mary. Accompanied by many angels and saints, she ordered me to go on with what I intended to do. And so great was her courtesy and piety that with her own most holy hands, she began to make the bread with me. And by virtue of those holy hands, the loaves increased in number. The Madonna herself gave me the loaves as she made them, and I passed them on to Alicia, her servant. Because people witnessed this. A lot of people witnessed this. They were moved by God to keep pieces of this bread as though they were relics. And there are still people alive today who have them in their possession, even though the miracle happened nearly 20 years ago. Amazing, right? So St. Catherine Siena was performed even greater things that Jesus did. As we grow in our intimacy with the Lord, we will grow in our sanctity. And as we grow in our sanctity, in our intimacy with the Lord, we will also grow in our fruitfulness. That's why we need to go deeper. Go deeper in our intimacy with the Lord. And you will see how God will perform many miracles through us.